Previously on Don't Take My Sparkle.
Okay, I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis back in 2008, and I can't spell it. At the time, I was having a little bit of an affair with Tim Tester.
You were always that adventurous person, up for anything.
Then I woke up in 2020, paralyzed from the waist down. Wow, then everything started to change.
MS is a degenerative disease. Unless we stop this progression, it's not going to go anywhere good.
There's a procedure called HSCT procedure.
Or hematopoietic stem cell transplantation, and people who have been in wheelchairs for 10 years are standing up.
Who wants to tell your daughter you're going to eventually be paralyzed in a long-term care? She won't make a will. Tim doesn't even have power of attorney.
Let's not talk about this. Good Lord. I'm Linda Blackwell.
And I'm Tim Tester.
And this is Don't Take My Sparkle.
Chapter 5, Keeping It Together. For me, the way I look at it is that I have to take care of Linda as Linda with MS. Then I have to take care of Linda just as Linda. This is a romantic relationship. The caregiving aspect of things changes that immeasurably. I proposed to Linda when we were in Puerto Rico. And you know, people do this every day, and they get married. And in those vows, apparently there's something like till death do us part in sickness and health. How many people take those vows and actually stick around when things like this happen to people? To take on the role of a caregiver means more than anyone can really understand until you're in those shoes. It's hard using knives and forks and spoons. I kind of have to do this for Linda. We do it out of love, and we do it because we want to. But it's not a one-way street. There are challenges, physically, mentally, emotionally.
It was so funny last night. I had an accident. Tim got me on the toilet. I got myself cleaned up. I said, Tim, we've been screwing around with each other since we were 18. You've been taking my underpants off. Now you get to put my depends on. He said, that's right. So we laugh, and that's what I like about Tim.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's in that shake anyway?
Avocado, spinach, banana, salud. It's the most delicious shake. I drink that every day in the morning. So I've read these 5 books that said, no gluten, no dairy, no grains, no legumes. 2 books from doctors that went the extra step and went vegetarian. They all say within 3 to 6 months, you can reverse your MS. So I'm getting absolutely prepared for this diet to work. I've already noticed, I've been on this thing for 4 months. I have not been able to have a bowel movement in 4 years. My body's pushing out a stool every day for 15 days in a row. I was getting physiotherapy, and a week ago I could bend my toe and bend my ankle. That has never happened in 4 years, so the diet is doing something.
You want some?
One, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Good grapefruit.
Did you put sugar on it?
Negative.
So I had an MRI on June 29th.
I have not had an MRI since I went virtually paralyzed from the waist down. So it's going to be interesting to see if the MRI picks up the improvements on the diet.
I need a teaspoon of cod liver oil.
Okay, we'll all do a shot of cod liver oil. There is no question that the diet is working, but I absolutely think the stem cell treatment is the only way that she's going to really and truly improve.
They won't do the HSCT treatment for anybody over the age of 50 in Canada. So Mexico and England will. The procedure is $70,000.
How we're going to get the money together to do that exactly, I'm not sure.
I'm
I'm Linda Blackwell with Accessible Media, and we're at the Vertigo Theater. Hi, I'm Linda Blackwell with Accessible Media, and we've gathered today in Pincher Creek. This is the big night. This is when all the hard work comes together.
Tim and I ended up working together for 8 years for AMI TV. He was a videographer and I was the reporter.
I like the process of finding things out about other people, situations, humanity, cultures. And there's no end to that.
Tim, I'll get you to maybe set up your camera and all that stuff. Do that first, say,
Okay. Yeah.
At the start of the day.
Show me where you want me to go. A lot of what I used to do in terms of work, shooting stories and telling stories and editing hasn't happened for a while. The pandemic just kind of turned everything upside down, Linda's disability. I'm doing the AV more because it's consistent income. Storytelling fills my soul. Doing camera work for AV helps my bank account. The events that I'm involved in typically will happen in this convention center or in hotels and in the ballroom. It really is extraordinary to go from bare walls and a floor and a ceiling to what the event ultimately will look like with staging and lighting and et cetera. It takes a lot of people and a lot of specialized skill sets. So you want me to go stage left?
So I had you on this side, so closer to FOH.
Work can sometimes be the break from the home life. Typically, when you go home, that's your break. That's when everyone gets to relax. And for me, that's not the case. When I get home, whatever needs to be done with regard to Linda, with regard to meals, I will then start down that road. There's salmon that I have to cook when I get home. I know that. It expires today. Unfortunately, my mountain bike was stolen last year, and I haven't been able to replace that. And I think that's really kind of number one for me now. It was my freedom, like the adrenaline of hitting jumps. I miss it. And when you don't do something that you enjoy for a really long time, it has its mental and emotional effects as well.
What I want most right now is Tim to get a bicycle, and I want Tim to find the joy in life because he has looked after me so well. He has stayed with me through thick and thin for this.
You know, my hat's off to other caregivers. I know what it's like. Just keep it together. Don't take my sparkle. Something we don't do enough of, and we used to, was just go for walks. Of course, it's kind of a walk and roll situation. Just do it once around the park.
I gotta go down the ramp. So when I went paralyzed, I thought it will go away, but unfortunately it did not. So every day I get up and I say, thank God I can still see. Thank God I can still talk. But it's starting to happen now. It's been happening for about 2 weeks. We've had temperatures over 25 degrees every day. Heat is not my friend. I can feel it happening now. I'm having difficulty talking. I gotta get out of the heat. And my right hand, if I'm outside too long, my right hand stops working. If you could take over when you're ready.
Yeah, okay. Her right hand is really kind of curling up. Not a lot of strength in that hand anymore. So I will use the handle to move the power chair, walk beside her on her right side, and guide the chair myself instead of her driving it. We are moving into the scariest territory that I really thought of. All the many years ago when this began, it's one thing for her to be in a wheelchair and not walk. It's another thing for her not to be able to use her hands to feed herself. It's her complete loss of independence. That gets scary.
Swimming's out for me, camping's out for me, tennis, golf, everything. Everything I used to love to do is gone. So I want to get that back. Well, that was nice.
Yeah, we should do that more.
And if you can hand me my lipstick, Tessa. Home care is usually here by 7:30, but nobody was here at 7:30, and Tim had an absolute meltdown. He goes, I need help, I need help. We just have such a challenge getting people to actually show up.
I thank the women that come to help Linda, no question. I mean, it's imperative. It's absolutely imperative. If we can arrange it specifically to say, we have to be X, Y, Z, and Linda has to be showered and have her hair done and ready to go, we can request that, but oftentimes it still just falls on me. I'm getting ready for 2 all the time.
Well, thanks so much, Tessa. So I'm off to the doctor today to get the results of my MRI.
Hey, Linda, we got to put your golden slippers on. The imaging will show the breakdown of the myelin sheath in the brain. That's what makes all the connections from the thought to actually initiating movement. And we'll see how many lesions there are. And I know that she had over 30 before, so I don't know how many lesions there are now. But as those lesions continue, so will the loss of motor function and other functions. What else do you need? Coffee? Okay, it's hot.
Thank you.
Be careful.
And the other thing is, I'm going to ask my doctor to put me towards the HSCT treatment.
Nobody in Canada will touch anybody once you're over 50.
They'll go up to 75 in England. Do you mind if you roll me down into the sun?
Thank you.
The neurologist that approved the MRI won't see me. So I'm going to my GP to get the results. Isn't that crazy?
We'll just go around the side of the house when the bus shows up.
Okay. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, nice day today.
Can I have any of that coffee to go?
Okay, sure. I'll be right back with it. People like Linda are not really being served, I believe, properly by the medical system. The only way Linda's going to get better really is that we have to improve our financial situation in order to improve her health situation.
I'm on AISH, which is Assured Income for the Severely Handicapped, which I'm grateful for. But the thing is, I make just over $1,800. But if Tim or if anyone makes a dime over $2,600, they roll back my income. So last month, Tim made so much money, so I got $500 this month from the government. Who can live on $500 a month? It's so stupid.
As I make more, she makes less. You know, there's always something compounding something else. Thank you.
All right. Have a good
Excellent.
day.
Thank you. Can you just... It's tragic that it comes down to money for so many people, but that really is the bottom line.
Linda, the doctor will see you now.
Don't take my sparkle.
Today we went to my GP to get the results of my MRI, and it wasn't what I was hoping for. And the exciting news is I've gotten worse. She said, it's your brain, and she said your brain is basically, there's so many parts of your body that are not communicating to your brain. It didn't make me feel great. I thought maybe the diet, because I'm noticing changes, but the MRI didn't pick anything up. And the positive news is, I asked if she would forward me to the doctors in Mexico or England, and she said absolutely in 2 weeks' time. And what I really, really want is, I'm getting this procedure, I'm gonna go get the HSCT procedure come October, if I'm not walking by September.
We just have to keep trying. There is nothing else. I mean, we gotta try. We gotta try to reverse this because it's not going anywhere good. I'm not surprised by the results of the MRI in the least. I'm kind of expected it, but it's not going to change our course. It can't. I don't know why you canceled that. That just didn't make sense to me.
Well, I canceled it to go get something to eat.
Critical thought is definitely becoming a problem. We witnessed something today with the handy bus where she canceled the bus to come home. She was able to get the the bus reassigned to us, and we were able to come home. That was okay, but that critical thought was not there.
Tim got cross at me because that meant we missed our bus home. I said, stop being so negative. Just be positive, they'll show up. And they showed up.
I feel like Linda is sometimes detached from what needs to be done. Things are being missed, things are being lost. And if I don't catch it or I'm not on top of it, things start to go south. So we're just working through each step of each situation and each problem as best we can in the moment. And sometimes I'm just trying to get through the next 5 minutes.
I ended up going to the hospital on Sunday. It was about 4:45. I knew Tim was going to be home at 5. I was in bed, and all of a sudden, I had the worst headache of my life. The headache was off the charts, and I just felt horrible. Something was wrong. Something was wrong.
I was at work. We were doing the set for this pipeline show, and I got a call at about 20 to 6. I was supposed to be done at 5. She said she wasn't feeling well, that she couldn't breathe. She felt very anxious and panicky, and she was hysterical. It was creepy. I said, call 911, and I'll leave right now.
911, what's your emergency?
I got a call into 911. They showed up. There was 4 people there. Tim came home. I don't remember seeing Tim. I don't remember anything.
Gucci jumped on the bed, and she didn't know who that cat was. She didn't know that we had cats. She was very disoriented. So obviously the decision was made to take her to the hospital.
The only thing I remember is the very last time in the ambulance just before they got me to the hospital.
She was diagnosed with a urinary tract infection, which apparently can affect the brain. I was not aware that that kind of infection would have that kind of impact, but it was very scary. They gave her a couple bags of antibiotics and saline. She was much better within an hour or a couple hours for sure.
They bumped me up with a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know what it was. And the doctor said to me, you gotta drink more water and you gotta get them to change your underpants every time they show up.
People don't die from MS, they die from complications of something else that is likely derived from MS. Linda said we can die from the common cold. I mean, there's no immune. The immune system is severely depressed. I've never experienced anything like that personally with another person or with myself. Yeah, and I'm really glad that EMS was here to take care of her. Do-it-yourself wills kit. Okay, oh my God. Where'd you get this from anyway?
The motor vehicle branch.
Right. There's actually way more to this than I thought there would be.
My mother bugged me and bugged me and bugged me to get a will. I said, what are you trying to do? Try to kill me? She goes, no, you got to get a will in place in case something happens.
There's a lot to go through. This is going to take some time. We don't know when the number is up. So yeah, and with Linda's situation, it makes sense because everything really is in her name. So we don't have a will and don't have all those legal aspects in place, then somebody else is going to get the assets. Name? You know your name? Okay. That's good. Children? Negative.
Everything goes to him. If God, something happens and he goes first, I'm going to donate everything to endangered animals and to farm rescues.
She bought this will quite a while ago, a few months now, I suppose. It wasn't something I was ready to even look at because this is weird. It shouldn't be, I guess, but it is. I think it's taken an incident like this, going to the hospital, to really realize that this does need to be taken care of. It is important.
Mom was right. Go get a will. Everyone should have a will. But nobody likes looking at their mortality, but everyone should get one.
Somebody has a birthday coming up.
I know.
What do you want? Any presents in mind?
Plants.
Plants.
If it's only you and me, that's okay. You're my
that's
best
okay.
friend.
We should ask Matt Embry.
Matt Embry.
I'm going to invite Adam, who I work with. Rachel?
Rachel.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, let's ask Rachel. Yeah, Linda has a birthday coming up, and it'd be lovely to see a few of the people that have been involved in this project. There's a lot of people on our side, and we're on their side too.
Birthdays are a celebration that I'm still here.
It's true, though, baby. I mean,
Still here.
really have to appreciate that.
It's been a long road these last 4 years. You've been absolutely brilliant, but it's been very, very challenging.
I know, baby. I think birthdays are always important. Yeah, I guess we're all aging. The challenge with MS, as with many chronic diseases, is if we don't arrest this and we don't stop it, then I don't know how much more time Linda has. So yeah, are birthdays more important? I guess they should be. I can't hope that Linda gets better. We have to take tangible measures to make it happen. There's no magic. I gotta mentally, emotionally get myself through it. Not just hope that someone's or something is gonna magically happen. And you gotta be ready for life because it ain't gonna wait for you. Producer, Chandra Schatz. Writer-director, Blake Horrobin. Story editor, Jared Peace. Directors of photography, Michael Sorrell, Ian Lister. Danny Kugel. Editor, Nina Stamm. Sound recordist, Gary Bruckner. Sound mix, Glenn Enns. Integrated described video consultant, Ron Rickford. M. Williams. Production executive, Michelle Dudas. Content development specialist, Jim Crisco. Copyright 2024, Angel Entertainment.
Produced in association with AMI.